1993.
First home and home single season sweep since '93.
Right, the first regular season.
Regular season sweep. Yeah.
Hey, how are you? Yeah. Guess it wasn't over.
No, I guess not. Sometimes it comes.
They got that boat.
How are you?
Yeah. It's up there.
Remember you told me home.
Oh,
You wasn't trying to race me now.
That's right, that's
Yeah.
right.
Yeah. That brutal commute back from Philly.
I saw this guy.
That was a brutal commute.
Sleepless nights, brother.
Yeah. I know that's right. This business will do it to you.
Oh, yeah.
They want you to sit down in the back. They want you to sit down for a second in the back. Okay.
Always win. Press, center mic. 1, 2. Check 1, 2. We good? Gotta go.
Oh, no, you're not good yet.
You got coach. Set it fast.
Eric Dixon and Jordan Longino with Coach. Coach, can you start with an opening statement?
Tough Big East battle on the road. I thought our guys grinded. Unfortunately, ended up a basket too short.
Kyle, what went wrong down the stretch?
Just some ill-advised turnovers by us. Their pressure, I thought they did a great job. Their game planning, they switched their defenses up a lot. It forced us in some turnovers down the stretch, and we couldn't handle our pressure. Turned the ball over.
Get to a point where, because you guys have been in similar situations like this, you have to know how to win to know how to win.
I felt like they did a good job with their pressure. I thought they forced us in some tough ones, and I think I give them a lot of credit for their game planning and their defensive assignments.
Eric, you kind of found your rhythm in the second half. What did you see from the Georgetown defense that you were kind of picking apart and kind of finding ways to score, even though despite the loss, you were kind of finding that rhythm?
Like I always say, staff and my teammates do a great job talking to me at halftime and just telling me what looks are there, what the defenses are kind of giving to me or taking away from me. And I just try to go out there and capitalize in the second half.
Coach, and to follow up with that, Dixon was scoreless in the first half, but like I just said, 24-point second half. What was the message at halftime to the team, adjusting to that Georgetown defense?
We try to go just downhill. They just keep you on the perimeter and match you up and try to confuse you. Like I said, they did a great job just changing up their defenses and keeping us off balance. I thought Eric did a great job, just going at them in the second half.
Hey, Coach, all things considered, I mean, you couldn't ask for a better look with the 5 seconds left. Were you satisfied with how quick you guys transitioned from defense to offense to get that look?
The last play, yeah.
And for Eric, just again, the big second half, was there anything that you changed from your mentality where you approached it a little bit different in the last 20 minutes?
I just went a little bit quicker. Rose there trying to push me down and bring the help over late, and so I was just trying to beat the help there. And just be strong with the ball, get in there and pivot. Disciplined team, so when you get in there, there's discipline. You're not going to foul you or anything like that, so just got to be strong and go straight up.
And for Coach, how different was it to prepare for them with Sorber and without Sorber this time around?
Yeah, they're pretty different. They're playing completely different than they played the last time we played them. I give them a lot of credit. It went down with an injury, and then they just completely changed how they play. So it was a different scout. Different, they go to different things more, try to play a little faster, shot more threes. So, yeah, definitely different.
Jordan, the timing coming, of a loss like this, last regular season game, but you have a week to kind of prepare for the Big East tournament. How do you kind of, as a senior and leader, kind of get the guys over another stinging loss like this and get prepared for what's next?
Yeah, I mean, we'll watch film when we get back to campus. We'll talk about this, over that film session. But for the most part, we're looking ahead, looking at our, whoever our next matchup is. And hopefully we're going to crumble this one up and throw it away after, we watch film and regroup.
15, talk about their 2-3 matchup zone, that tandem zone. What was the impact of it?
Kind of like Coach and Eric said, they kind of force you to take outside shots. I thought in the first half we got some good looks that, we usually hate. I think, me, Woog, and Jig and Eric got some good looks from three. But in the second half, I think Eric, myself, and some of the other guards made a good adjustments to just driving and getting in the lane, jump stop, and kicking out. So I thought we adjusted well.
Coach, you're number one. You're kind of like aggressive man defense, really separated, gave you a separation for a while. How did they combat it? How were they able to come back in the game when you guys were up 7-9 points?
Yeah, I thought their turnovers, they got a couple of turnovers, got some confidence, got some momentum.
Thank you.
Anything else? Thank you.
Good luck, guys.
Thanks, guys.
All right. Have a good one, Joe. Doing his work on the ground. He's doing his work early. I know that's
You missed a great moment upstairs.
What happened?
The fan?
Yeah.
Was arguing with you? No. No. So it was like at the 2:30 timeout or something like that. And he looks at me and Marcus, and he says, "When you're commentating on a game like this, what do you do right now?" And I said, "I realize I have a lot of work to do."
Yeah.
It was an honest, not rude answer.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, it didn't sound that bad.
Sunday?
Yeah.
Literally came down to our final lap. Comcast hit one to the warning track, down one in the top lane. So, progress.
Yeah.
And JT Rab is nails. You're your first Big East pitcher of the year. Call it.
It's deja vu all over again up this one. It was like they were up 7 or 9 points.
8. It was 8.
8
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, it was around that
Hold on,
same.
I feel like watching the.
He must have.
I'm about to say, I wasn't even talking long, bro.
So that game was a 9-0 run to close it.
9-0,
They were down
okay.
8 with
Yeah, 8.
at 4:52.
Yeah.
And didn't score again.
And they were down 7 here.
They were down 9 here. It was 69-60.
Yeah, 6.
It was 69-60 with 3:43 to go when they didn't make a shot the rest of the way.
Joey, you said you want me on. Yeah, you
Deja vu all over.
I was looking right at the softball when Perkins took that back and lead straight up in the shot clock. He wanted murder.
Who should have shot? It was so early in the shot at 15. I mean, who's that best shooter? Either 40, 43 or 15.
I mean, yeah. I thought
Defensively?
because they could have stepped up and contest that, and at the very least, force him inside 2 points. I think it was like he was so fear of fouling. He really allowed him to have a good look. When Gino had a good look, he just missed it. But that's a damn good look.
15 has gotten really good, bro, for where he was. You know what I mean?
Longino?
Yes.
Yeah, he's got.
He's gotten a lot better, bro.
No, he actually stayed in until another stoppage. But I would read more into that they just had better guys that they wanted on the floor. I think he was just going to lose with his best at that stage. I mean, total bench minutes today at 25.
You were here for me.
He played 40 minutes for the 13th time.
Exactly. You know, 100%. Exactly. That's the way it comes off, right?
Right. But there you go.
He's never self-defacing shit. He don't ever say anything to diminish himself, you know, to up them.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I would guess it'd be prior to the reformation.
What's this?
Last time Georgetown swept Villanova.
1994.
Even if he didn't believe it,
You had it right.
he could have said that and let me take that. But he don't he doesn't that.
Thank you, Pat.
Looked it up in advance. So.
Something we probably should have did, but.
If they would have done something different.
As John Wooden said, failing to prepare is preparing to fail.
Okay.
Mardi Gras, huh?
A little kid gave me, you gotta wear, you know. Shout out Jay Nips, man.
Does that confirm what I asked you guys? Okay. All right. Let's go. Coach, go ahead over with the statement, and then we'll move on to questions. I might have an interjection after.
Okay, so unbelievable Big East game. Okay, playing against a very hot team. I think Dixon in the first half, I don't know if he scored, and then the second half he came out and did what he does. It was a game, a couple of runs. I thought we came out at halftime with a little bit of energy, excitement, and emotion. I thought we showed some team resilience. We got down with under 4 minutes to play and didn't panic. And I thought today was one of Jaden Epps' grow-up games with respect to how long he's been here on the Hilltop. I thought he took the game over in the last war, we call it, the last 4 minutes, and made all the right decisions, making the free throws, all right. You know, he had the hockey assist today, right? Little slot pass to Fielder, who then delivered it to Burks that tied the game. I thought that was one of the bigger plays of the game. But again, I mean, it's a Big East game. A lot of these come down to the last 2 or 3 possessions of the game, and I thought we made some really good defensive plays being down. I thought Micah really carried us coming out of halftime, right? We had, some open shots that didn't go in. I don't know how many threes we made today, but it was probably 12 or 13, 14. I think that may be a season high for us. And again, not having the inside presence that we're accustomed to having, we've had to change our style of play a little bit to go more with a spread, drive, and kick and play off our quickness, our length, and our speed, not so much our girth and physicality. And I thought over the 40-minute game that played big dividends. But kudos to our defense in that last war. Our defense was really, really good in the last 4 minutes.
And this kind of echoed the first game up there where you guys scored the last 8 points or 9 points or so. Did the fact that you guys had erased a deficit like that against them previously maybe provide some assurance down the stretch of this one?
I appreciate the question because it was something that the players talked about. And, Kenny Johnson had mentioned something. LaDante Hinton talked about that. We've been here before. And when the players hear that, it gives them some sense of confidence. Not that you're going to execute what's happened before, but the team mindset was in that mode of, okay, we don't have to panic. And when it was 2 minutes and 4 seconds, I think it was a 2-point game, I was saying that's a lot of basketball game left. There was a lot of game left. So it's a kudos to the team resilience. We made plays when we had to make plays.
Jaden, what were you kind of seeing on that last play? It seemed like you were willing to take the clock down to maybe about 8 seconds or so. What was kind of your plan going into that, and what did you see from the defense?
Coach told us that he wasn't going to call timeout if we needed a bucket, so he drew up something for me to get downhill, and my plan was just to get downhill, see if anybody helps, kick it, just try to get the best shot possible, get downhill, play off 2 feet, and finish strong if I have to.
And for both of you guys to kind of build off my question about the last time and all that, did you guys feel assurance just knowing that you'd been there and you could possibly do that same thing again?
I just feel like all year we've shown that we just don't quit. Even in games we've lost, we've gone down and we just kept fighting to the end. So I think it just showed today that we don't quit and we had confidence in ourselves to win this game.
I feel like you said, with this team, any situation we're in, we can crawl out of. We've been through a lot of adversity on and off the court. Injuries. A lot. It's been an up and down year. So I feel like this team is resilient and we can get through anything.
Coach, what were some of the keys in that first half that had Dixon? Dixon was 0 for 8 in the first half, didn't score any points. What were the things that you were doing well defensively that took him away?
I don't know if it was what we were doing well. We were kind of playing a chess match to see what they would do. You know what I'm saying? So it was, cat and mouse a little bit, right? I didn't think he was as aggressive as he came out in the second half, really demanding the ball and wanting the ball in some of his spots. And he made some tough shots. I mean, they probably had 10 or 11 threes as well. I mean, I'm Stevie Wonder here. I can't see. They made some tough shots. Like you said, you didn't think he was going to shoot that. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You said you didn't think he was going to shoot that. And then they got really aggressive against it. So we started to go man zone. Then they wanted to play man, and then they got up 6. Then we wanted to trap. So, again, that was a big chess match game. Great Big East game. Great Big East game. And, again, we're coming off of losing 3 in a row. Right, so we played with some urgency, some anger, and we played with some maturity. I really thought we were mature today. We did not panic when we got down by 9. So the maturity of the group, I thought we made a big jump today.
On Brickus' game time layup, did you not want any help to come off any of their three-point shooters when he started?
The player said that. I didn't realize that he would break us down that easy, right? I didn't. But, again, we didn't want to foul him either. But we knew we were going to get the last shot, right? We knew that. And, again, we weren't going to go zone. We were going to go man-on-man. I trust Micah Garden, anybody in the country, last possession of the game. I trust him with everything we own, right? And, again, Brickus is a great player, made the layup, but we had the last shot, to try to score, right? And then they got the last shot to try to win. He took a contested 3, and, fortunate for us, it didn't go in.
And for you, Jaden, were you surprised when you started getting downhill that they didn't bring anyone to help and allow you to get to the front of the rim?
Erase that help.
Yeah, because we kind of drew it up to where they couldn't help. And if they did, then we would probably have another opportunity. So I wouldn't say I was surprised. I would say that's how Coach drew it up, and he strategically did that.
Micah, talk about, I know you guys played really good man defense and close, but your 2-3 gave you some traction, I thought. Mm-hmm. Talk about that throughout the game.
That's just a defense that we work on a lot in practice.
By the way, Micah don't like playing zone. I just wanted to say that. No, not at all.
Not at all.
No, he does a really bad job in it, too. He doesn't want to play. I want to put that on the record. Like, he gets mad at me when we play zone, starts sucking his teeth.
Wow, can you say the question again? My bad.
Talk about the efficacy of your 2-3 zone throughout the game.
I mean, yeah, like I said, we work on it a lot in practice. I think it helped us take away some of Dixon's shots because we made it tough for him to catch it at the high post. So yeah, we just trusted it, and I think it helped us a lot today.
Epps, you guys, you got up, you pressured to close the game, man, even with some diamond pressure. How important was that?
It was good. Coach told us that today we were going to be pressured. So we had to be ready. We had to, if you needed a break, you come out right quick, go back in. But he told us it was going to be heavy pressure today, and I think it helped us down the stretch a lot.
Coach, no matter what happens this season, will you be proud with the resilience of these guys?
I'm very proud of the group. A lot of the times, teams kind of fold, right, with the adversity that we've been through. Even today, Caleb going down again in the second half. The last game, Fielder, not feeling well, then his back. Before then, Caleb out 3-4 games. Thomas out. I think Epps has been out 13 or 14 games in and out, missed 5-6 in a row, then can't come back, tweaks this here. So it's been an emotional year. So as a leader, you got to respect the men that are still fighting for themselves, for us as a program, for the university, for the students. You know what I mean? So I'm very, very proud because you can easily in this era of transfers, all right, not come together and play for a purpose.
Jaden, how fulfilling is a moment like this for you, for coming back and then obviously having the spate of injuries that you've had over the course of the last few months?
It feels good when you just got people around you who trust in you. You know, like Coach said, it's been an up and down year, obviously for the team, but for me as well, my injuries and stuff like that. And you still got a coach who trusts you down the stretch like that. You got people around you, you got teammates, and you just got people who just love you and trust in you. That feels good to have that. People who have your back. So it feels good, man. It just feels good to have this win with my team and just have this moment.
And the maturity you were talking about earlier really ties in, I think, with him a lot. I mean, how neat is it for you to see somebody get that kind of end game payoff?
I think a lot of that comes to relationship. I think as hard as we coach the guys that the public sees, they don't see the love and tenderness behind the curtain, right? That like the real open, honest conversations and calling people at night and checking in on them, their parents. That comes down to trust, right? In this world that we're in, like if you have trust, people are going to believe, right? And you have, and I say, where you want the ball. I knew at the end of the game I was giving him the ball. I knew that, right? Been there before, done that, completed it. And again, once he sees the ball going in, you see the matchup a little bit. That to me is more about the relationship more so than just X's and O's. I mean, there's a lot of trust that we both have.
And wanted to ask about Fielder being hurt and then playing 40 minutes tonight. I mean, just what do you make of what he was able to do tonight?
Again, he's still battling with, a little bit of his, upper body. It's not like we have a lot of size, right? Like when you look at, our bench, it looks like, all 7-footers just shaking hands and laughing. No, we weren't going to take him out. We weren't. We told him he's going to probably play the full game. We told Mike, Mike, how many minutes you played today? 40, right? I don't know how many you played today. He got in foul trouble early. But again, when you're condensed with some of your personnel, but who doesn't want to play 40 minutes? Who wouldn't want to play 40 minutes? I mean, that's what you sign up for. That's like a dream come true for players. Like if I can recruit a kid and say, you're going to play 40 minutes a game, we're probably going to get that recruit, right? How many minutes am I going to play, Coach? 40? Sign me up.
Facts.
That was a great win for Georgetown. I'm so proud of our men. Really, really proud of our men. I appreciate you guys. And this is our last home game. Hoya Saxon, baby.
Sure.
Just one more note. First time since the conference realignment that Georgetown has swept Villanova in the regular season.
Is that right?
1993.
Wow.
And yes, with multiple games and multiple regular season games.
Jaden Epps and Micah Peavy did that.
Thank you.
Congratulations. Thank you. Really proud of the group. We had a couple of good practices, though.
Oh, yeah?
Our practice is set.
Hey, Brian. How you doing, man?